got a new Puerto Rican score, and she's doing it on the floor. The groove from the feelings hot. Ow, I'm giving it all I've got. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, everybody's here. This is the jam of the year. Okay, welcome back. This is the first of the free musical review videos. Okay, on this one we're going to be reviewing tracks of Disc 1. Now first of all, to me, Disc 1 is probably, overall, it's probably the best disc on the whole album. Prince didn't really sort of divide them into different types of feels for each disc, but to me, Disc 1 is definitely the most commercial one. It's mainly upbeat dance songs and sugary pop. I mean, it's easily the most G-rated disc on there. There's not too much rude stuff, and it's actually a really good album overall. I mean, okay, first of all, the first song is Jam of the Year. Now, Jam of the Year I actually really like. It's a great song. Very positive opener, very catchy. It starts off with Prince singing falsely there. This is the jam I've been looking for all night. It's about Prince going to some party. He meets a beautiful Puerto Rican score who's doing it on the floor, and the groove from the feeling's hot. I'm giving it. And there's some very great jazzy playing here. There's definitely some NPG horns running through it, you know. It's mainly a Prince solo job. The song dates from late 95, early 96. Rosie Gaines is the most important cameo part of it. She put some cameo vocals on it. She recorded them in late 95, and she's got the, yeah, this is the jam of the year. And she's always in fine voice. There was some acrimony there. Apparently, Rosie wasn't properly paid for it. You know, I mean, she actually left Prince in 92. She recorded her own album, Stronger Than Strong, in 94. It didn't really go anywhere, which was a shame, because although you guys are familiar with Diamonds and Pearls, you can hear Rosie's vocals over there, and she just tears shit up. So it's a really good song. Of course, you know, the Puerto Rican score doing it on the floor is Maite Garcia. What a way to open an album. Incredibly, I gave the song 8.5 out of 10, and incredibly, this is middle 12. So there you are, a song that good. There's 12 songs already that are better than Jam of the Year. I will say, though, in the middle 12, it came very much near the top of the middle 12 and only just missed the cut to get into the top 12. Okay. Then the second song is Right Back Here in My Arms. Now, this song was actually the B-side to the first single, Betcha by Golly Well. And again, it's another great song. Right back here in my arms. That's my only mission. It's got some rap overdubs by 99. She's not so bad here. You only hear her go, that's my only mission, right back. And it's a bit of a rap song. Basically, again, it's about a woman who wanders off. She comes back, and she's secure right back there in Prince's arms. Again, some wonderful vocals from Prince, so even a bearable rap, basically. Again, a lot of sort of auto-tune type playing, but still. So Prince solo cut, Right Back Here in My Arms is very, very catchy. It was one of the songs that was premiered. There was a show on December 9th, 1995, known as The Slave Show. This was when the first mock-up copy of Emancipation came out. It was only 12 songs. Right Back Here in My Arms was one of those songs from mid-95, and it was received very well. And I gave this song 9 out of 10. This is a really good song. And this is actually in the top 12. However, it's in the next 6. It's not in the top 6. So this is a 9 out of 10 song. Then we move on to an even better song still, which is Somebody, Somebody. And that's basically, tonight I want to be somebody, somebody. Tonight I want to do it till the sun comes up. I'll give you all that I want. Yeah! So, and there's a lot of soulful sex screaming. It's about sex, basically. Prince is having sex with someone he really loves because he just wants to belong to that someone, and the way to belong to that someone in Prince, well, remember, this is the Jehovah cloud dropping over. Larry Graham, fortunately, is a year off in the future here. And it's a very sexy ballad, very creamy, great song. Now, this song was actually written by someone called Brenda Lee Edgar, I think it was, and she also gave some other songs such as Journey to the Center of Your Heart and others. It's basically Prince singing the song, though, but it actually wasn't written by him, but still, this is one sexy song, and it's creamy. It's also got, later on, it was recorded in 1994, but in 1996 there was some guitar and bass overdubs from Cat and Rhonda Smith. And it's just, wow. I mean, it was the B-side to The Holy River, but this is easily probably one of the very finest songs on the album. This is top 6, basically, 9.5 out of 10. I mean, just going by these first 3 songs alone, Emancipation is off to an absolutely smoking start. Each song just gets better than the last. I mean, Jam of the Year, Right Back Here in My Arms, and Somebody, Somebody would just make an absolutely invincible killer opening to any single CD of Emancipation. And they're all from different eras. Okay, now unfortunately things start to change as we head into track 4. we head into Get Your Groove On. Okay. Now, the song is very late. It was recorded by Rhonda and Cad, and there's also some other guys like Big Juice and some dude called Montalvo. I don't know who he is. Maybe he's a dude playing drums. But anyway, possibly Michael Dyson, who was Cat's brother, who was a drummer. Anyway, it starts off really good. I mean, it's first Prince doing a solo singing, going, "Get your groove on. Ooh, I got some pepper and some hypermint tea. That's all I need to get my drink on. You bring the players, I'll bring the CDs. We'll make a bet who could keep their clothes on." Very funky beat. Come on, everybody, get your groove on. Great use of falsetto and some deeper baritone backing vocals again. Prince's voice is actually what makes the song bearable, and it's really good for the first 3 minutes. It would have been good, but then it gets ruined by this shit at the end. You know, there's a part where basically, I think it's Cat and Rhonda, they start talking shit like they're at a club. Basically, they meet up with a dude called Montalvo, and Montalvo's looking for some dude called Big Juice. And it's funny the first time you hear it, it's a bit of sort of a club skit like Movie Star, and basically he gets angry because he can't find Big Juice, going, "Where's Big Juice at, man?" Go, "Yo, man, I can't see him." And then it's got a part going, "Let me have another drink, or I change my name to Margarita." Very 90s dated nonsense. And then there's a part where he gets going, "Look, man, I'm looking for Big Juice." Where's he? Goes, "Come on, let's go. This groove's dead, you know." And then at the end, it's a part going, "Excuse me, sir, this is a very exclusive nightclub. We do not allow blue jeans." "Well, man, you don't pay me in the club to see that I got the right clothes on, man. I could buy and sell every one of you." It's funny the first time, but it is silly, and I only give it 6.5 out of 5 again. Sadly, with Emancipation, what you're going to see is a lot of songs, they start off well, but Prince really needs to push the edit button. I think he was so keen on just making sure that this thing's lasted 60 minutes, and I think, sadly, quality control, like any any sort of 90s Prince album, with exception of maybe Gold Experience and Love Symbol, just suffers from the overproduction, overindulgent, and sadly, this song drops down into the mid-24, but near the bottom of that, so there you are. Okay, so that was 6.5. Then we get to Courting Time. Now, Courting Time is a nice sort of 1930s type groove. Instantly, I think of men wearing zoot suits and pinstripe suits, and you know those bubble-shaped cars from the late 30s with the chromium headlights and all that type of stuff, and the bubble-shaped cars, and black men dancing around holding up those guns that have got like the circular magazines on them. It's a very nice jazz thing. You could almost start Lindy hopping to it. Prince is singing in a very fine jazz voice, going, "It's courting time, yeah, gonna do that, hey, minus 12, it's courting time, dun, ooh." And great hornheads playing here, Michael B. Nelson and cohorts. I mean, this is jazzy, this is funky. This is actually a really good song. A lot of people just write it off because it's quite short, but I really love it, and it brings the album back on spot. It's in the top 12, but second 6. 9 out of 10, absolute stunner. Then we get to track 6, Betcha by Golly Wow. Okay, this was the big lead-off single. This was the song that really sort of, let me see, I didn't tell you what it got to in the last video, but I can tell you what it got to this time around. It got all the way up to number 31 in America. Okay, it's not very high. Number 10 R&B. It was released in December 96. In the UK, it got all the way up to number 11, spending 7 weeks in the charts. And in Flanders, the Belgian Flemish chart, it got up to number 5, but only spent 4 weeks on the chart. It was a good hit. It's a very good soul singing. It's very much in the vein of Most Beautiful Girl. The video is quite beautiful and spooky all in one, because, of just the mixing of time. I mean, it's a good song, but, there's a lot better on, Prince's vocals go, "Hey, bitchy by golly, wow, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. Not ever will my love for you keep growing strong." Sorry, I just love singing, even though I can't sing for shit. I just love singing. It's definitely the vocals on the song the best. I'm amazed Prince is getting close to 40 now, and he has still got this smoking falsetto. Okay, Betcha by Golly Well dates from late 95, early 96. It's again, totally, of course, even though it's an old stylistic song from 1971, the song is entirely about Mighty Garcia, and the video shows, snaps of her pregnant and walking around Paisley Park and everything else. And again, it's a love ballad, but it's given the Prince treatment. I give it 8 out of 10. It's around slightly less as good as Jam of the Year. It's in the second 12, but it's in the high second 12s. And then, sadly, we get to track 7. At 9 minutes, I've only done 6 songs. Okay, We Gets Up. Okay, now I know Captain on Peach and Black podcast. Hi, Captain. Hi, Peach and Black guys. I've just listened to your 11 plus hours of talking about 1999 Deluxe. Great, but Like Prince, sorry guys, you need to hit the edit button a bit there. I mean, it was excruciating having to listen to 11 hours. It would have been great if you crammed it down, say, oh, I don't know, fuck, 5 hours maybe? Or perhaps how I did it, maybe my whole video where I reviewed the whole thing took 51 minutes, but still, it's good to hear it. But Captain loves this song. He said things like, if you ever heard We Gets Up, you go into a job interview and you'll blow them away. And like, MC's like, no, that's so wrong. I'm sorry, I agree with MC. This song is, it starts off okay. I mean, I think what was funny in their review was they didn't actually get that the person screaming, APG, New Power Soul. That's actually Prince. It's not some woman, as they put it, screaming his head off. It's not a good scream. It's unlike the screams in Somebody. But it's an alright party song, but it just goes on too long and it's silly going, APG, here's how we live it song. Give me the bass, give me the bass. We all turn left. We're all going to turn right. We're going to keep this party rocking to the morning light. Ooh, everybody raise your hands. You know, it's very much a party chant. I mean, okay, it is funky. There's some good horn fills in it and there's some good, musical backing. A lot of it's plastic, though. The vocals are just crazy all over the place. I only gave it 5 out of 10. I mean, that's about all it deserves, really. Again, they need to hit the edit button on this one. So it is in the bottom 12, but, there are quite a few songs a lot worse than it. But yeah, We Gets Up, I don't think so. Everybody get down. All these songs are catchy, but they're just, by this stage, I'm getting sick of hearing music from 1996. Then we get into White Mansion, and this is an interesting song. This is basically about how Prince eschews living in the city centres of fame like New York and Chicago, and he'd rather live in Minneapolis where all the snow is, basically. And you can't see your face underneath the snow. Coming from a land of cold. It's actually quite a good song. It's got Janelle Garcia doing some weird ghetto talking at the end. I thought it was some ghetto black woman, but it's not. Okay, doesn't make any sense in the song. It's actually a good song. It's about fame. It's actually very slowed down. It's got Métis and Janice and Prince speaking on it. I give it 8 out of 10. It's an alright song. I mean, it's not one of the best songs, but it's got some nice songs. Go, what about your publishing rights? And it's actually about Prince's contract and about how he's still a slave to the system. Even though it was recorded in late 95, 96 when Warner's were finally had enough of him. The part I don't get at the end is a part going, at the end it plays like somebody's going, boom, 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 and it goes, yo, Vita, yo, check out that ass! And I'm like, what the hell? It sounds like some Ricky Lake 20-stone heifer with pearl drop earrings and painted up goldfish lips screaming at some ghetto ass bitch on TV. I mean, what the hell has that got to do with the song? And I thought it'd be like some big black LaQuisha type, but it turns out to be Janelle Garcia, who's Mighty's lesbian sister. Anyway, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just silly, but it is funny to do it going, yo, Vita, yo, check out that ass! It is quite funny, I guess. Then we've got Damned If I Do. Good driving rock song. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. You say you want me to love you, but when I try, you won't. Maybe we should spend some time. It's alright, I guess. It's a bit too sort of sugary pop for my liking. There's some good falsetto and also there's some good guitar. I give it 7.5 out of 10 and it's on the second 12, just like White Mansion, which I also gave. They actually gave that an 8 because it is probably a bit better than I talked about. I mean, I just think that Yolvide shit kind of wears it down. Sadly, I think Prince was putting all these little extra skits and other shit on just the CD just to like bring it up to 60 minutes. But still, it was just good to have all this music come from him at once. All these Prince songs, like cool. And then we get to I Can't Make You Love Me, which is a superlative Bonnie Raitt song. Of course, George Michael did an absolutely amazing version of it. Prince did a wonderful version of it too, and this has actually again got some wonderful, soulful, sexy singing. It's a mid-96 song, and he's playing with the new MPG, so basically you got Cat and Rhonda. But Prince this is a sexy ballad. He just tears this shit up, basically. Oh, sorry, Damned If I Do is also in the second 12. Okay, now if I Can't Make You Love Me, it's in the next 6 of the top 12, but it's got some amazing falsetto going. I can make you love me if you. I can make your heart feel something it won't. And the soulful bridge. In these final hours, I'll lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. That whole bridge, that is just pure fucking gold. It's one of the reasons why I like Emancipation, I think. And honestly, the top 12 songs on this album, they are just fucking amazing. I mean, they're as good as anything from the 80s, basically. I mean, and also I love the sexy breakdown bit where he goes, so what are you going to do in this bedroom/church? You can guess the offering. I offer you sexual relations. It just does that sort of sexy breakdown. It goes, but you won't. Why won't you, baby? Am I moving too fast, baby? I don't want to be your first. I just want to be your last. And again, I think he's like trying to pressure a girl into sex. Probably my tea, but holy Christ, you got to listen to this song. I mean, it is just fucking incredible. I gave it 9, but I think I might actually lift that mark up to 9.5. It was just crazy. And then, again, with this album, this patchiness that makes up Emancipation, you have all these absolutely wonderful songs, and you have absolute piece of shit following it called Mr. Happy. Now, originally I would have given this like a 1 or a 0, because, I mean, the scrap D rapping is terrible, but there is a part of the song, I mean, it dates from that Chaos and Disorder era, March 96. Prince's singing in the song is pretty decent. The singing part, when he's singing, is okay. It goes, I can make you happy, Mr. Happy. I'll give you whatever you want. I've got some money. I've got some juice. But when he ruins it, there's some really bad rap and go, baby, guaranteed 24 proof. Give it to you, baby, if she do the douche. It's like a forced rhyme. I can't stand forced fucking rhymings. I used to be a rap man. I used to do rapping. Man, I mean, raps have to flow. If you can't make the words rhyme, mess up the lyrics, make up some new ones, make up some shit that rhymes. Iambic pentameter, basically. Got to make that shit rhyme. I mean, that is a forced rhyme. It's like the bad Dougie Fresh rap on Rave where it goes, guaranteed back you immaculate, back like a brand new Acura. I'm like, fuck, yeah. So some forced ass rapping, scrap D. I make the bones go down like a freaking elevator. First of all, scrap D. I mean, Peach and Black guys refer to him as Scrappy Doo, and I kind of agree because his rapping is scrappy and absolute shit. Although it's not as bad as Stepper Ranks, who does I Rock, Therefore I Am. He does the really bad ragga rapping. I gave it 4.5 out of 10 because Prince's singing is alright. It's not as bad as some of the rapping on this album. It's in the bottom 12, and surprisingly it's only halfway down the bottom 12. And then the final song, again, with patchiness, that is Emancipation, a theme that's coming through. In This Bed I Scream, again, is an absolutely superb song. Again, it's classic Prince, late 95, 96, basically. Prince is doing a lot of guitars in this song. Let me see what it says here, yep. Prince got a weird feedback sound with the guitar. He actually put the guitar on the floor and just basically, drove home the whammy bar and played it, and then had a speaker hooked up to it. And that gave that sort of weird sort of guitar feedback sound at the front. It's got Prince singing about Wendy and Lisa going, whatever I feel, I put you through. Yeah, tell. And he does this great thing, go, yo, tell me, how did we ever lose communication? Oh, baby, how did we ever lose each other's sound? Maybe if we want to, we can change the situation. Everything's better than living and loving and... Oh, sorry, I'm messing up the lyrics. I don't sing anymore before I get a copyright slapped on my ass. It's a great song, I mean... In this bed I scream. And it's great guitar, great screaming, the feedbacking. It was aimed at Wendy and Lisa. He was trying to seek forgiveness for, sacking him 10 years ago, but apparently they didn't respond to it. He didn't really make up with Wendy until 2004, but still, it's a good song. The heart was in the right place, and I gave this song 9.5 out of 10. This is top 6 finishing, basically. This is one of the finest songs of Emancipation, along with I Can't Make You Love Me. Caught in Time and Somebody, and Right Back Here in My Arms are definitely standouts on this album. Incredibly, there are no 10 out of 10 songs on this disc, even though it's still the best disc overall. But that's the first disc. Okay, I'm going to do the videos for the other 2 discs after this one's better than it, but I've seen that the introduction video is done fairly well. I would like a few more comments though, people, but hopefully this will work. And that's disc 1 of Emancipation. Overall, I gave the disc a score of 7.5 out of 10. I would basically say, looking at this list, only 2 songs are below average. The rest is either good to great. I mean, there's no real garbage on this one. Mr. Happy probably stands out as the worst song. And I mean, you got 4 or 5, like I said before, that's at the top. But probably if I had to pick one out of all of them, it would be very hard to choose between Somebody, and In This Bed I Scream. They're in 4th and 5th place, and I keep vacillating over what they should be. I Can't Make You Love Me would be very close behind it, and yeah. And of course, the second worst song is We Gets Up, basically. But I know some people, especially Captain, they like that song. So there you are, peace and be wild. And next time, I will talk about discs 2 and discs 3. There you are, emancipate yourself.